What are the jurisdictional challenges of the EU AI Act? Have you ever wondered how laws can keep up with technology, especially when it comes to artificial intelligence? Today, we will discuss the jurisdictional challenges of the European Union Artificial Intelligence Act. This act aims to regulate AI systems across the European Union, but it faces some significant hurdles. First, the act applies to AI systems that are available in the EU market or used within the EU, regardless of where the provider is located. This means that companies outside the EU must comply with the act if they want to operate in the EU. This creates a complex situation for enforcement, especially for large technology firms based in other countries. Cooperation between countries is essential, but it can be difficult, as seen with delays involving American tech companies. Next, enforcement of the act is not centralized. While the EU Artificial Intelligence Office coordinates efforts, each member state has its own designated authorities to enforce the law. This can lead to different interpretations and enforcement practices across the EU. Companies operating in multiple member states may find it challenging to navigate these inconsistencies. The Act also introduces various obligations for different categories of AI systems. For example, high-risk AI systems have more stringent requirements than general-purpose AI models. This variety can create confusion about what is legally expected in different EU countries. The technical aspects of compliance can be hard to translate into practical measures. Another challenge arises from how the EU Artificial Intelligence Act interacts with existing laws, such as the General Data Protection Regulation. Courts in member states now have the power to order evidence disclosure related to damages caused by AI. However, the rules about causality and liability may differ from one country to another, which can lead to uncertainty. Finally, the Act includes a sanctions regime that allows for fines up to 7% of a company's global turnover for serious violations. While this applies uniformly, enforcing these fines across borders can be a challenge, especially with multinational corporations that have complex structures. In practical terms, companies must navigate a mix of national enforcement bodies and evolving interpretations of the Act. They also need to show compliance for AI systems developed outside the EU that still impact the EU market. Regulatory sandboxes and voluntary codes of practice are being established to help with compliance, but they do not completely eliminate jurisdictional uncertainties. The jurisdictional challenges of the EU Artificial Intelligence Act stem from its broad scope, decentralized enforcement, and interaction with existing laws. Companies must develop careful strategies to address these challenges, both within the EU and beyond.